Ostern ist rot und herzlich willkommen, liebe Freunde, am heutigen Oster-Aschermittwoch bei Fast Forward, der Sendung mit österlicher Freude in der Hose. Und heute, da gibt es hier aufgrund der Überschneidung von Ostern und dem 1. April großartiges Hasenverarschen. Ne? Kommt nur in jedem 33. Schaltjahr des orthodox-luxemburgischen Kalenders vor, sowas. Das ist das eine. Und zweitens rufe ich heute noch mal allen Pet Shop Boys Anhängern zu. For those about to pop, we salute you. Heute gibt's nämlich hier den zweiten Teil von meinem dicken Pet Shop Boys Interview, beziehungsweise heute gibt es die Outtakes von dem regulären Gespräch, weil Folgendes, normalerweise lohnt sich das überhaupt nicht zu zeigen, was zwischen den einzelnen Interviewsegmenten passiert ist, weil da wird höchstens mal so nachgepudert oder die Frisur gerade gerückt. Aber die Pet Shop Boys, die haben so dermaßen vom Leder gezogen, ne, das darf man, glaube ich, keinem vorenthalten. Und zwar gibt es gleich hier für euch exklusiv die Pet Shop Boys über Madonna, Gary Halliwell, Jennifer Lopez und Puff Daddy. Und drumherum kriegt ihr noch mal eine schöne Auswahl der unserer Meinung nach besten Pet Shop Boys Videos aller Zeiten. Also setzt eure Pophelme auf und legt euch schon mal die Eier bereit. Und los geht's jetzt erstmal mit einem sehr feinen Clip aus dem weiten Sektor der Mitschnipp- und Tanzmusik. Hier sind Soul Center, A Good One. Bis gleich mit den großartigen Pet Shop Boys.
What's Wimbledon?
Mitch, can you phone the people Rose and say that you were just
oh, you're born in Wimbledon?
I'm English.
Wow.
But I don't know what the study thing is. I just found it in a second-hand shop
right,
here.
okay.
It's cheating.
So you weren't actually at the study in Wimbledon?
No. I grew up in Germany.
All right.
We're not running the video in real time, are we? No.
No, sorry, I'm just concentrating. Where is it?
We're waiting for 3 minutes 45 seconds.
Okay.
So did you learn English in Germany?
Yeah, that's why it sounds so posh.
Having been born
You know,
in...
a lot of Germans learn English with an American accent.
Yes.
You've got an English accent.
But lots of
Much
bands,
better.
British bands, take the mickey out of me because I can't sort of talk the Cockney slang and stuff, even though I try.
Cockneys don't talk that anyway. Only Madonna
talks
only Madonna
like
talks like that.
Suddenly. Okay.
No one's as English as Madonna is.
Oh, that's
She's
true.
being English.
She's
Is she sort of really trying hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's shooting
She goes
pheasants.
pheasant shooting. Just typical English things like pheasant shooting.
No, she was in rules. She was in rules.
She loves rules. BC, don't she? Loves rules.
Has she met the Queen yet?
No.
But she would like to, I
No,
bet.
the Queen
She's
is...
probably going to get an honorary knighthood.
The Queen has
isn't she?
resisted it. She met Diana, though. She managed to dig her way in there a bit. And Prince Charles she goes to. She knows Prince Charles. She's been around there a couple of times.
Dear. That's the wrong direction, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
So did you have Brittany over to see you? Because she went to this radio station right this afternoon, and she had the building security swept. Do you know about this?
No, what does that mean?
She
The
went
new
to
thing.
Eins Live, and an hour before she arrived, 5 security people came in and security swept the building.
So they checked the whole building for bombs and things.
That's what you have to do now if you're a celebrity. It's like Jennifer Lopez went to the most famous restaurant in London, the Ivy. She booked a table an hour before she arrived, or 2 hours before she arrived. 5 guys arrived in the Ivy. Now, everyone eats at the Ivy. Elton John eats in the Ivy.
Tony Blair.
Joan Collins, the Pet Shop Boys. Everyone eats in the Ivy. 5 security people arrived and said, OK, we're here to security suit the building for J-Lo. And they said, fuck off. Yes. And they said, and by the way, Jennifer Lopez is banned now.
I just know this story about Mariah Carey coming to our broadcasting station. People working there, of course, in the hallways, and everybody was told they're not allowed to look at her when she walks past. She doesn't want to be stared at by anybody, although she's famous.
It's funny, we did Top of the Pops and Puff Daddy was doing it. And he was in this, we were on the same corridor in the dressing rooms, and I said, if we get any grief from Puff Daddy and his fucking security people, I'm just walking off the show. And actually, they were really nice.
And afterwards, he had the best party.
He invited us to his party.
It was a fantastic party.
And he was there.
He was there.
He was not only there, he was on the stage rapping and everything. It was really, really
Freestyling.
great. Yeah, actually wasn't. It was anyway. It was a really great party. Free bar all night, like one of our parties.
But
Actually.
wouldn't you consider to do sort of, a fast of that and sort of have security checks on other famous
would
people?
be,
For you? That would be fun, wouldn't
I mean,
it?
we arrive with entourages sometimes. Sometimes we have dancers, and wardrobe people, the people who do the wigs and the tour manager and the musicians. And you arrive, actually, and there's like 28 people. We did once at one point have the record for number of people at Top of the Pops in London. But now, in the era of J-Lo and Puff Daddy, we've been... they've got it like to over 50 now. We did it with like 27 people.
You know, Missy Elliott loves doing that, sort of bringing 40 friends from America,
you know what,
flying them in.
It's a very expensive way of doing things. It's
Just
very
to travel with one friend
all the money you earn.
Yes, exactly. Having fights with 40 people all the time.
Yeah.
I think you've got to look at pop music as a creative possibility. Nowadays, people look at it as a career. It may be something that, if you're lucky, leads you, gets you a job on television. You know, like the Spice Girls. You know, Emma Bunton presents a travel programme on English television. She's made it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, God, it was a bit of a more interesting thing being in the Spice Girls, really. It's a funny, I think, maybe it's a generational difference. I don't know. And also, people do things to be famous. I mean, fame is totally pointless. I once said to Jerry Halliwell, you know, Jerry, you've got to be famous for something. Not just like famous. Famous. I'm famous. Because if you're not famous for something, people will start to despise you.
Yeah. It's all air, isn't it?
It's all air, and the air will start to smell very bad if you're not famous for something. And I think that is the thing, is to be famous for achievements, to achieve things, to do new things, and then that's great if you're famous.
Yeah. And are you planning on a world tour? Is that true?
Yes, we are. We're going to do some dates in the summer. We're going to be back in Germany in June, and then I think I don't know quite when though. But I think in the autumn. We'll be starting a proper world tour.
Super. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Now we can all lie down.
Now we can all lie down in bed.